Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 94.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Wrong to be on the ticket. I have a sense that something's going to happen before the election, and he's not even going to be on the ticket. So don't even ask me if he's going to make the 4 years.
That's Janine Pirro. They're drinkers. Everyone over there, okay? They're drunk Larry Kudlow in the morning, drunk Janine Pirro at night. Laura Ingraham, she's a wino. I mean, it's just like amazing, this cast of miscreants. So that's Janine Pirro yesterday saying she doesn't think Biden. I heard that. I was like, what? And what you hear in the back, oh my God, that's Dana Perino. Dana Perino rolling her eyes with a live mic as Janine Pirro says something bad is going to happen to Joe Biden. What does she know? What does she know about Joe Biden's safety or Joe Biden's health or nothing? She knows nothing. Okay, she's listening to wackadoodles in the Trump administration who feed her talking points every freaking day, and somebody is spreading some stories around about how Joe Biden isn't going to make it to election day by hook or by crook. I mean, I couldn't believe that. But more importantly than drunk Janine Pirro is something that Fox showed Kamala Harris saying. This goes with the whole, hey, let's attack her now. Let's go after her. I'm going to play you a clip that made the rounds last night. I believe its origin was a group called Life Zet. Life Zet. Life Zet was one of these, attempts by Laura Ingraham to have something, pithy, to have sort of a newsletter for Dartmouth rejects or for, winos who are conservative or, QAnon people. She sold it. So this is not her handiwork, but this is the conservative media. And Fox ran it too. And it just made me really, really so mad because I remember this. And so I'm going to play you what they played out of context. And then I'm going to play you what was said in context. And you can see what we're facing here, okay? This is what Fox News showed. It was, they sold it to their audience as Kamala Harris calls 18 to 24-year-olds stupid. To try to get young voters to think Kamala Harris was A, going to prosecute you for pot, B, she locks your parents up if you don't go to school. I mean, this is wackadoodle, all right? But this is what they showed.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
Okay. They played that, and it was on an endless loop on Twitter last night. It's been on Facebook. It's been, right-wingers are retweeting that. Kamala Harris says 18 to 24-year-olds are stupid. Yeah, all right. This is actually something, it's a speech she gave at the Ford Foundation. Yeah, real liberal crap, right? No, it's a speech she gave at the Ford Foundation to a bunch of prosecutors and law enforcement officials about ideas that they came up with in a Kamala Harris district attorney's office to offer help and assistance to people who were non-violent, first-time drug offenders.
So, pulled out a yellow pad and said, okay, I'm DA of a big city in the country. Let's focus on a specific population and see what we can do to re-enter them in a way that they don't reoffend. So we designed this program around the 18 through 24 mostly, but it was usually up to 30. First-time, low-level drug sales offender. But by extension, I'll say going forward, we should think about the 3 nons as a total population. Right?
Non-violent, non-sexual.
And here's what we did. We recognized the fact that 18 through 24, when I was at Howard University and we were in college, we were 18 through 24, and you know what we were called? College kids. But when you turn 18 and you're in the system, you are considered an adult, period, without any regard to the fact that that is the very phase of life in which we have invested billions of dollars in colleges and universities, knowing that is the prime phase of life during which we mold and shape and direct someone to become a productive adult. What's the other thing we know about this population? And it's a specific phase of life. Remember, age is more than a chronological fact. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions. So we focused on that age population. And then we looked at the fact of the young men who are in the program. So many are dads, not necessarily married to mom, and they owe child support. So we called the director of the Department of Child Support and said, we got to deal with this. And the person who we called, Karen Roy, who was the director of child support at the time, came up creative with the plan. Here's what we're going to do. If mom agrees, we will erase dad's arrears, put him on a payment schedule he can afford because we're getting him a job, and then keep moving forward. Let me tell you something when we did this. Every mother agreed. Because those mothers want that child to have a relationship with that father. And you know what we saw? Dad started paying child support. His chin is up, his shoulders are back. He started getting more engaged in parenting that child. We dealt with the fact that a vast majority of the folks who are in this population have bad credit, an obstacle to any one of us being able to get a car, rent an apartment, anything. So we brought in a CPA who started working on financial literacy, started working on clearing up credit, and then would also say, and by the way, participant, this little form is called a 1040 Easy. Because you got a job, you're about to start paying taxes. We dealt with the fact that the vast majority of parents have a natural desire to parent their children well, but not necessarily the skills or the resources. So we infused in the programmatic piece a very intentional focus on supporting their desire and need to parent their children. By the end of this initiative, over the 5 years that I was the DA and we were tracking it, we reduced the recidivism for that population from 54% to less than 10%. Oh!
She's a national treasure. And what did they take out of that? 18 to 24-year-olds are stupid, which was a lighthearted jab at being 18 to 24, which we all know. We can think of the most embarrassing thing in our life we ever did, and it would probably be something that happened when you were 18 to 24. She is a treasure. Go to Randi Rhodes.